Hey everyone, I'm making this video to provide a quick update on the 1.03 memory card that Altimore and I launched this past weekend. Feedback to our memory card has been solid so far, but as expected, there have been some criticisms which we've listened to. When I mailed the original run of 1.03 memory cards, I included a note which mentioned that any issues with the original run would be resolved. As promised, I'll be mailing out another run of memory cards to all existing customers free of charge this upcoming Monday. The version I'll be sending out will be called A2. The goals of A2 are to fix all existing bugs, improve quality of life in a few extra areas, and most importantly, reduce the intrusiveness of some of the gameplay changes that were introduced on the initial run. The initial run of 1.03 shipped with minor Ice Climbers bugs that were exclusive to one-player mode. These will all be resolved on A2. There were also two small bugs with the tilt stick option that we fixed as well. Next, the 1.02 mechanics converter will be fully fixed on A2. I forgot to mention this in the 1.03 reveal trailer, but 1.03 automatically converts 1.00 and 1.01 discs so that they have 1.02 mechanics. We weren't able to convert every single mechanic in the original run of 1.03 due to time constraints, but on version A2 we'll have them all converted. This will mean that you'll no longer have to worry about the melee disc you're playing on, as it'll always become a 1.02 disc. Finally, we'll be reducing the intrusiveness of some of the gameplay-related changes that we've introduced. This is the most important change on A2 because it'll ensure that these changes don't get in the way of 1.03 being a premium memory card for tournament use. The first change will be dialing it back on the character select screen shortcuts that correspond with the controls menu. All of the shortcuts except for Z jump will be removed so that you can't accidentally toggle any of the other mods on. Altimore and I included the other mods so that people could enjoy them recreationally, but right now they're too close together to the settings that are intended for tournament play. We'll be removing these shortcuts so that the Z-Jump shortcut stands alone as the one to be familiar with. Next, we'll be making it so that the time limit and controller fix rotators save your settings. On the initial run, these rotators default to 6 minutes and 1.03 respectively, which was an oversight. Version A2 will allow these rotators to save, which means your 1.03 memory card will be able to save to 8 minutes with UCF as the controller fix if you prefer these settings. Something to know is that the top left of the character select screen indicates if 1.03 or UCF is being used as the controller fix. The differences on the 1.03 controller fix are an increased shield drop range as well as a 1.0 cardinal fix and a dash out of crouch fix. While we're in favor of these fixes, it's much better if the memory card gives people the ability to save to UCF. We'll be making it so that the ledge grab limit and airtime limit rotators save as well for similar reasons. Next, we've added a rotator that lets you choose exactly which stages you want to modify. The options within this rotator are to mod Pokemon Stadium, to mod all stages except for Battlefield, to mod no stages, and to use the original stage select screen. If you choose one of the first three options, you'll use 1.03's updated stage select screen, and the stage mods being applied will be written in text. In order, these are No Win Dreamland, Frozen FD, Neutral Start FOD, Frozen Stadium, and No Shy Guys Yoshi Story. That rounds out the changes to the version A2 memory card. I believe these changes make 1.03 a lot better and bring it in line with what the Melee community's tournament scene needs. To recap what's on 1.03, you'll get plenty of HUD and quality of life improvements such as stock centering and LRA start shortcuts. You'll also get polling drift fixed to ensure consistent and precise inputs. A 1.02 version converter will make it so that 1.00 and 1.01 game discs can be used without issue. You can also toggle between the 1.03 controller fix and UCF, which is the current tournament standard. There are also ledge grab limit and airtime limit toggles. Z-Jump remapping is included as a character select screen shortcut so that you can simulate a claw grip, and recreational controls options such as C-stick tilts and perfect wave dashes are available through a separate menu. Stage modifications can then be customized through a rotator. You can also customize the music for each of the 6 tournament legal stages as well as the main menu. There's also a latency toggle for easy LCD monitor support, as well as built-in crew battle support and a new feature called autopause. If you're an existing customer who already has a memory card from the initial run, you'll end up with 2 memory cards after we ship you A2. The original run of memory cards can be updated to A2 through the use of a Wii with GCMM if you have access to that equipment. Once you're in game, the fastest way to make sure you're playing on A2 is to check the 1.03 manual artwork. I'll be shipping out international orders as well this upcoming Monday. The only exception is Europe. I'll be waiting another 10 days or so to ship version B2 to Europe. B2 will be identical to A2, except it'll include support for PAL, 20XX, and Uncle Punch. We still need a bit more time to make 1.03 compatible with these game versions. We appreciate our pre-order customers for bearing with us while we fix up these day one issues and get 1.03 to a point where it's tailored to the community's liking. We're planning to have version A2 available for dolphin testing by this Friday so that people can spend the weekend letting us know if everything's all good or if there's anything else they'd like to see implemented. Altimore and I are determined to provide the community with a premium memory card that lives up to the hype that we built for it, so please keep sending us your feedback. With that being said, stay tuned for the next version of 1.03.